Hey, Explorers.
Hey.
We just premiered a video on our Alaskan cruise and embarkation day.
Wait, was that our video?
It was, yeah.
I don't know what I was watching. I'm just joking.
We're going to talk more about it coming up next on
D&G Explorers.
I'm Derek.
I'm Gregory.
Come join us on our adventures on
D&G Explorers. Jai Jai. Hey, everybody.
Wow. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining our show tonight.
Yeah, thank you for joining our live, our premiere show and now our live.
Pretty exciting to actually have a video released. When we look back at it, early December, I think, is when we did the what to see and do in Seattle and where we stayed. And with life going on and all these changes and moving into this house, it was a while for us to finally get another video out. But I'm hoping, especially with Memorial Weekend, I'll be able to get another video out next week, which is going to be about Juneau, Alaska.
Did you know?
Why don't we welcome in?
That never gets
everyone.
old.
Yes. So I'm seeing a lot of the people that were on the premiere joining us.
Thank you.
Here. So thank you guys for following up on it. We'll talk a little bit more about some of the things we didn't include in the video. Some of the things I didn't film, which was surprising because normally I'm film crazy. But let's first of all welcome the people in.
Hey, so we have Dave Whiting, Dave and Brandy's Excursions Travel. More sunshine, please.
Can I get some more sunshine, please?
Season's greetings, Jim. Waypoint Explorers.
Waypoint.
We have Mary Ellen Dillon. Mike Woodbury is here.
So Mike, if we watch the video,
I was gonna
Mike
say.
was the Mike from the video.
Yep.
So
He's
welcome
the
in,
one
Mike.
that thought we were going to the Pinata when we were going to Los Lobos. But he was joking. We have Jamie Wilhite, Holly Ayers, Orange Cone Vlog, Cheryl One Deck Down, Dan Sam Gaming. Thank you for joining, Dan. I follow him on TikTok and I told him about our channel, so thank you.
Yeah, we've raced on
Yes.
his channel,
Yep.
so I haven't been winning, which I'm very disappointed because I'm not used to not winning. But
Right. We have Mercy Rodriguez. We have Nautical Nurse Nancy is here. Where am I at here? Surfer Girl 326, welcome. And I think we are caught up. Yes, vroom vroom, guys. I think we're going to be racing tonight, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see. And yes, Nurse Nancy said that I was reading. Oh, there it is. Have fun and have an after premiere party. Yes,
that's a good
so
way to look.
we do have some dilly dilly.
Yeah, we got these metal cups in because I like metal cups. You can see how cold it is, how the condensation that comes in on it.
Yep.
But we got these in Skagway at the Skagway Brewing Company, and there's that, and there's another one, Greg. Show them yours because
it's different.
if you go, if you go to
yeah.
Skagway, try go to this place and have the spruce tip blonde.
Yeah.
It helps you with scurvy. So if you have scurvy, rush on up to Alaska, guzzle some down.
I don't think scurvy even exists anymore, does it?
It has vitamin C in there, and obviously they don't have lime and lemons in Alaska.
Oh, well, not in the drink you made today. There's no vitamin C.
No, that's what the spruce tip blonde is.
Okay.
The spruce tip blonde ale.
For those that don't know what dilly dilly is, it's from a Bud Light commercial where they would go dilly dilly, and it would mean something different to everybody. So we just say dilly dilly for our drink, and you didn't even clink for cheers.
Cheers.
Drinking away. There you go.
Where did I see it? Mary Ellen said sometimes it's good just to enjoy, Derek, right?
Oh God.
I agree. So we have just what is it, Greg? It's a brisk tea in a can. And we have
the brisk something in a can
with Buchanan's pineapple whiskey
in
there. The only thing I don't like about that,
I don't know if that goes well together.
You can when you have something that doesn't taste fake, like candy or something like that. That's what that kind of reminds me of. Right. From North to Neverland. Thank you so much for joining us.
Welcome, Brian Donahue. Welcome,
Mary Ellen. Yep, we did. I had one. I did the flight because I wanted to try a few different ones, and then I also had Rudolph.
It does look good by itself, right, Dan?
Yeah, so we had Rudolph.
Yes.
I had the reindeer hot dog that people always talk about.
What did Rudolph ever do to you?
Daniel Fields, welcome.
Now we
Thank
don't have Rudolph for Christmas this year. We're going to have to get somebody else.
Daniel says, we can see you, but we are at a bar. Dilly dilly.
Oh, well, that's perfect. We're drinking here too.
Ryan Donahue, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Nancy said vitamin C prevents the scurvy. Okay.
And it's
along with the alcohol.
Yes. So you can say, you know what? I'm feeling like I have scurvy. I need to go to Skagway.
Do you even know what scurvy is?
Yeah.
It's not even around anymore.
Oh, it's around.
Okay.
Mary Ellen is drinking Guinness. Dilly dilly.
Awesome. We do like a good Guinness from time to time also.
On Dave, hopefully they have it on that class of ship, but they have a do you remember what the name of the bar was on the brewery, something brewery?
Where
on the Encore and the Bliss.
The brewery district.
Yeah, the Brewhouse District.
Yeah.
They have a
the
Guinness
pumpkin
there that is a pumpkin spice Guinness. And to me, it tastes like a pumpkin cold brew from Starbucks. And oh my gosh, I love it.
It's a no-go for me.
I love it.
I sipped a little bit of Derek, so I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I could drink a little bit of it, but I can't drink a whole glass of it. I'm like, here, you have it.
So just to kind of give everyone's a heads up, we did our premiere, which took about 30 minutes. We're only going to stay on until another 30 minutes. So
Well, until
to combine,
6,
until 6 o'clock.
Dan likes his gals a little on the scurvy side. That's interesting.
So we're gonna have a bench
We
show
love pumpkin
tonight.
spice, yes.
If you guys are creators, because I know some of you are new to each other, if you are creators, please put hashtag or @creator on there. So
check
people,
each other's
if you're
channels
unfamiliar,
out, please.
We love supporting each other.
Yes.
And exposing ourselves.
Oh my God, Derek. This is not that kind of show.
Exposing you to as much as we can as others. Does that even sound right? That doesn't sound right.
I think you made it even worse. There's just no exposing here. I'm sorry.
I always say that wrong. Guinness is better in Ireland, but I do like it. I bet you it is because it's going to be straight from the tap. You guys are always trying the pumpkin spice drinks.
That's what I was saying.
Yes.
Yep.
So one of the things we didn't show, we got up
exposing surfer girls laughing.
On the previous video, we show the NCL Bliss, which is my favorite, and I know it's Daniel Field's favorite.
That's my favorite of Norwegian, but not my favorite cruise line.
True.
Right.
Disney's we stayed at the Seattle Marriott hotel, which is directly across from Pier 66, which is where you board on the NCL. So we saw the Bliss coming through the previous morning, which you see that in that video. And then we knew it was going to come in early, and we watch it on Cruise Mapper. We were keeping an eye on where it was, and you can follow it like coming through. It's a little bit behind, but you can kind of get an idea, and you actually see it far away. And so you're watching it on the map. And we wanted to go out of our hotel, cross the street, and that's where we were when the ship was coming into port. So we were there. It was cold. Mike didn't want to go. Mike, he was in bed still. But David, Greg, and I went out there to the top of that lookout, which is cool.
Journey with the Gingers. Welcome
in, guys. So it's cool because it's one of the few ports that I know of that you can go on top of the building where you're going to be the cruise port where you're heading out, so you can see the ships coming in. And we did see the Bliss when it left the previous night.
Yeah,
we were waving to the people that were on the side of the deck, so that was fun.
There's Nancy said Guinness in Ireland come directly from the Blarney store, right? The Blarney store.
Mike Woodbury, airplane fatigue.
Oh, okay. We'll go with that, Mike.
Our 2-hour flight, if that. But when we I think we boarded around 10. We had the priority, like we said, so we knew we were going to get on board quicker. And we went to Starbucks. So Starbucks is down by the wheel. It was real close to where the wheel, Seattle wheel.
Your English accent's kicking in a little.
No. So we walked down there to where that was. We got our Starbucks because we had to have our Starbucks, and then our trip began onto the cruise port. So we were. I had said in there we've been waiting for the room for a long time. It wasn't as if we were waiting to get into the room because we had priority access. We booked the first room. So if you're familiar with the Breakaway Plus class ships, some of them have the observation lounge, which goes around the third of the ship. So I know the Joys changed it, so they don't have it all. But ours was the very first room as you came out of it. And we always wanted that room. And we were able to get that one, which is, as you could see, the bathroom. The bathroom was amazing. The shower.
We love the glass showers. So much better than curtains. You don't have to worry about getting curtains stuck to you, and that's so gross to me. I'm sorry. And then sometimes you see like hair from the previous person because they don't get it all, and that just makes it even worse on curtains. So a lot better to have the glass showers for sure, nice and clean.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. It's kind of funny. You try to remember everything you did on a cruise, and it's always a blur because there's
life
just
is
so
good
much
today.
To do.
Woo!
Welcome in, Ronnie and Alma. And yeah, I don't know what we were doing on that we must have just been enjoying life because On the sea day, there's hardly any footage of that. And I thought, I can't do a video like every single day. So I combined it with this video. But apparently I didn't do a whole lot on the first day either, because I was able to combine both for just around 25 minutes.
I think we were just enjoying it. And I mean, we got what we got out of it for the video part, but we were having a lot of fun too. So,
yep, I agree, Nancy. Sea days are all about enjoying.
Those are our favorites. The more sea days on a cruise, the better for me, and I think in both of our opinions, because you like sea days too.
I like having a sea day at the beginning, but at the end, I don't like it when you have. And if you're back in the Caribbean, a lot of times you'll go to like the private islands, and then the next day you're back in port.
Yeah,
I'd rather have maybe a private island sea day and then back in port,
or even have a sea day, port, sea day, port, sea day, depending how long your cruise is. If it's a 7-night or something,
Well,
depending how many ports you have.
The problem is where the itinerary where you're going, and you couldn't stay out to sea and then come back and then expect to get where you need to go to the next one. So it's hard to do.
Well, they kind of consider the first day a sea day because you're going out to sea. I mean, you're in dock until like 4:00 in the afternoon. Then you finally go out, and then you might end up at a port the next day, or you might have a sea day the next day. So really, you might have 2 sea days, so to speak.
So Cherie says it's hard to enjoy vacation when you feel you have to film everything. You know what though? Greg doesn't like to film. Well, and also, I mean, he'll send me some of the stuff.
I was gonna say filming. That's not true.
But you don't usually. You like to enjoy it. I don't even think about it. It's natural for me to feel comfortable having, my I would say my iPod, my gimbal out and filming. So I actually like to do that, because there's a lot of stuff I don't include in videos that's just more for memories when I do that.
I look for like special moments, unique things that I like to add at times. Sometimes things happen at suddenly where you don't have time to even get your camera out. Like we had whales pop up out of nowhere, and you're not going to be ready to have your camera right away. So you just kind of take that in and enjoy it. And if they continue to do it like they were on one cruise, then we start filming it, and we got some really good footage of whales on one of our cruises. I don't think we've even done that video yet, but it just depends how much time you have in between, like when whales pop up and things like that.
We were in an Alaskan port. It might have been Skagway, and they were humpbacks, and we were real close to.
That's what I was.
It's like a mountain. It's like a hill going straight up. Like
we kept going back
rock.
And forth on around the ship.
Yeah, and it was like right by the ship, which it's either deep water there, but they were coming up, and we did get some video of that.
That's right. Give yourself permission to just enjoy. I mean, it was cool because at one point we saw when it breached, it came up with its mouth wide open, ready to eat, krill or whatever was in the water, something at the time.
I think I saw a person in there, and they
it
ate it.
Help! No, but it was really cool. I mean, nature was giving us a show, and you don't always get that. You have to decide: are you gonna film the whole thing and be behind a camera? Or are you going to enjoy it? I mean, I could film like this, looking at it and just pointing the camera.
And then Greg realizes that when he looks at the video, he's got his finger over the camera.
No, I mean, I can film. I know you're being funny, but I can film. But I like to enjoy.
We had a video we had a commercial pop up.
Oh wow!
Did you realize that?
No,
it's a live show. Why is the commercial popping up?
I like to enjoy what nature has to offer when it's offered at that time.
One thing if you've never sailed Alaska before, a sea day in Alaska
is beautiful.
Is different.
It's gorgeous
than a sea day in the Caribbean, and the reason is because it's cold, and more people are not out on the pool deck. They're doing things down inside the ship, the observation lounge, and doing at the bars, at the casino. So it is a different experience. And we did the videos for it. It was a Discovery Princess. It was a sampler where we only went to Ketchikan. This one was a full Alaskan.
That was like dipping your toes in the water and you wanted more.
But it was a difference in terms of what we expected. One of the things that was a surprise is the buffet. The buffet on NCL ships, the Breakaway Plus class ships, are huge. There's a lot of repeated stations. There's a lot of places to sit. And as the cruise went on and the weather got colder, it was very hard to find a place to sit. It was no problem getting your food. That was easy. It was trying to find a space because normally people would be outside on like where they have the tables outside along the pool deck, but it was too cold
Alaska
out there.
Cruises are not pool using cruises basically. Some people can use like the hot tubs and things like that, but then when you step out of them, you're going to freeze your chickens off. So
Jamie said she had a Tractor Supply ad come out because that's what you do in Phoenix, right? You have Tractor Supply stuff. Cheryl said we saw tons of whales in Sitka last week. That's awesome. Yep.
I would love to go to Sitka. I still want to do the higher up parts of Alaska for our next Alaskan cruise because we haven't seen all of Alaska yet. So that would be nice to see more of it.
Journey with the Ginger is very smart. Recently, we started creating a plan of what we want to film before we leave on our vacations. This way, we get the content for the vlogs, but also even more enjoy our vacation, which is very smart. And
you're still going to have things come up that you don't plan for. You're like, oh, let me get the camera.
Yeah. So that was one of the interesting things that I noticed about this cruise. Probably the big takeaway, because we didn't experience that with the Bliss when we went on her out of Miami. That was the first non-Disney cruise we took. That was back in 2018. And then we were on the Bliss. We did a back-to-back. We did that. No, we did a side-by-side because we went on the Bliss. And then we went on the Carnival Radiance for the Halloween cruise of it. But on the Bliss on West Coast, because we just went to Ensenada and Cabo San Lucas on the West Coast. No issues with the buffet, and that's because people are out enjoying the sun. But up in Alaska on the Encore, same size,
everybody's inside.
Yeah, and it was a packed ship too, so that might be the difference because Alaska is a very, very popular cruise, and it was sold out. We were on the very first one for Encore for that season. Now this was May of last year. It was May 7th through the 14th, and that was the first one of Seattle. The cool thing is wasn't our friends Maddie and Scott? Maddie went on the cruise before us.
I think so.
And they repositioned it up to Vancouver, and it was empty when it came into our port because there was normally they'll reposition it even if it's like a one-night cruise.
Yeah,
and they'll have people on there. They didn't. So when people got off in Vancouver, the ship went out to sea and they were able to clean everything. So we were able to get on probably even quicker.
It was nice
because there was no one on the ship.
It was nice,
they didn't have to clean it
and all ready for us too. I think all the rooms are ready. Also, you didn't have to wait.
Jamie saw a bear in Sitka.
See, I still haven't seen a bear. I haven't seen a moose. In Alaska yet. We saw whales, but it's usually sea or ocean life that we see. But I haven't seen any land life, on a cruise other than like an occasional squirrel or something. Oh my gosh.
That was just a hairy person. Never mind.
I know Dan, I don't know if he's still here, but he was mentioning animals on our beginning video with sloths. That was awesome to hug a sloth. I would love to do that again. That was a total outer body experience. So
wanted to love them longer, but it's understandable. Yeah. And you don't want them to like have everyone hold them forever. They need their time to not be with people. But that was we did the go-karts. We did hey
Ben from PTV.
Welcome guys. Ben's our buddies from California for Pepper Tree Villa. We at the beginning you should see us going into the socials. So there's different ways you can book reservations. There's some things you can book before you get on the cruise. but if I remember right, your entertainment, and what else did we have to book? The entertainment and the go-karts and the laser tag, you had to go to the social, or from what I understood, we never did it, but those little screens outside in like the hallways where you can touch them and look at different things, you can book them through that too. We were one of the first ones on the ship since we had the priority access, and we, as you can see in the video, there was no one waiting. We just went straight there and was able to book. That's when we did our go-karts, and we did 3 sessions, if I remember right.
Yep.
We did 3 sessions. Greg did.
I won at least one of them.
You won the last one, but the thing I don't like about
I don't know which one, but it was one of them.
it was the last one. The thing I don't like, you did better as you were going along. I passed everyone on the track, on the one that Greg won, but they go by your lap speed. So you could have been, everyone could have passed you, but maybe one lap, you had the fastest time, you're going to be the winner of that heat. And they run about 8 laps. The heat, yeah, that's what they call it.
I never heard of
that. They're about 8 minutes, about 8 laps is what they run on there.
I think at one point they let us go longer because something happened and they let us go longer
that was
than normal.
on wasn't that on the Bliss?
I don't remember.
This track on
happened.
the Encore, I liked a lot better than the one on the Bliss. It just seemed bigger. And I like the turns, and I like the fact that
it wasn't a double size, or is that the Bliss?
They're still double decker. But where Greg was shooting, and you could walk between where the cars are to kind of get more of a feel. On the Bliss, you couldn't do that. You were either on one far end where like the miniature golf was, or you were on the other side where they were coming by. You didn't have access to go up staircase and be in the middle of where the cars are coming around you. And that's where they were shooting those little rifles at them to help them. And I know, I didn't believe it, but I saw them. If you want to get in, hit up on some of those people that work there, because they can control them. They have little iPads and they can control the speed. Oh,
yeah, no, you can get in with them good.
That one race that I won, I set set the track record.
Edward Gramuscus, welcome.
Yes, he thought we were in Juneau because he saw the pictures that we thought. He saw the Encore. So yes, Edward, we'll definitely have to cruise with you again for sure. But yeah, just kind of hit up. I went like, I was like,
wow, they probably thought you had something in your eye.
And suddenly I was going the fastest on the track, and I won the heat because of that. Eric from Party on the Sea, thank you so much for welcome. Yes,
for welcome. Thank you so much for welcome. Thank you for joining us.
It's hot in this room with
yeah, I think his alcohol is kicking in.
But yes, a very the sea days are always a fun day. Embarkation day, because it's the excitement of getting on the ship and knowing you have the full trip ahead of you, and just experience like the room. It's good.
We're gonna work on getting the next segment out, so maybe that'll be another premiere. It's fun to do premieres actually, rather than just put them out there. I don't think they help
any. It's just more we get a chance to interact.
Yeah, that's the fun part, and then it'll still build momentum as it sits there and people watch it later.
Although the computer, the A button sticks, because remember about 6 months ago I spilled a soda on there doing one of our live shows, and now it sticks. So when I'm typing, it sometimes like misses words. Like it was sail and it just came out sill. Greg goes sill. I said the A doesn't work.
So if a word comes out totally wrong because the A is missing, can't think of the word that it would
add
be.
An A. Just add an A.
Don't take offense to it.
But it's already 6 o'clock. Again, it was a shortened show because we did a premiere. These were actually the shirts that our friends Mike, we did sail or cruising together
Alaska
2023. So we had a day that we wore these. It was a good time. So we look forward to you guys. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you. And we look forward to you guys
sharing
joining
our
us
adventures
for the next video and the next show.
And with that, I'm Derek.
And I'm Gregory.
If you forget our names, it's okay because I'm Little Explorer.
And I'm Big Explorer.
And
as what Walt Disney once said,
we are just getting started.
Oh boy.
Oh my gosh.
That alcohol's really hitting you.
No, I don't even feel anything. Thank you from North
Have
to
a good night, everybody.
Have a great cruise in the next few weeks. But
yes.
Good night, everyone. Thank you so
Have
much.
fun. Have a good Memorial Day weekend.
Yes, be safe.
Dilly dilly.